said that we are starting 15 minutes later.
I'm just being a dick because I'm on time for the first time.
You always a dick. You're just like Guy Sister Nino. You're always late.
But not today.
Well, we've been live for 15 seconds.
That's the first one.
Welcome to another installment of the Final Scoop podcast.
Oh, snap.
My name is Robert Schinetsky. Joining us, as always, my international cavalcade of compatriots. First one showing up today, Shane Smith, Stack.com.
This fucking guy.
That guy. So there will be no whack 3D jokes today for that. Shane showed up earlier than all of us today. So thank you, Shane, for being on time, even if you're not on screen right now. Lukasz, Rytkowski, Prometeus Intelligent Sports Technology. Robbie may be coming, maybe not. I don't know. I haven't heard from him in a day or two. So we'll see if Robbie joins us. If not, I'm sure he's busy doing something productive instead of goofing off with the three of us. Anyway, thank you for joining us as always. Post up any comments, questions, queries, quick smart-ass remarks you have. We'll get to anything and everything during our time with you this afternoon. What's up, gentlemen?
What's up?
What are you eating, Shane?
My favorite meal.
Chicken?
Shitty chicken.
Shitty chicken. Well, good.
Shitty
I've got
chicken,
some protein bars that I'm gonna start eating here in a second.
You're cutting again?
It's too late for the carbs, man. It's too late.
It is. It's after 7 o'clock there. You know, carbs automatically turn to fat after 6 o'clock in England.
Yeah, for Shane, carbs are evil after 6 p.m.
Exactly. Hello, gentlemen. Hello, Chris. First one in the comments section today. Thank you very much. Simply Too Deep. What's up, Supplement Engineering Chat? Hello. How are you? You got any questions, guys? Feel free to put them up, and we'll get to anything and everything. If it seems like your question's not getting through, YouTube gets a little funny sometimes, so jump over to Twitch, and you'll be able to see us there.
See, Lukasz, check it out.
Yeah, scissors.
This is the first. I've never...
meat scissors in fucking action. Look.
That's a must. But you got
chicken.
You got some shitty scissors, man.
I mean, yeah, they're pretty shitty, but I wasn't gonna invest in a.
Yeah, but I understand. Yeah, I give you props for that for the scissors for sure.
That could never be done with a knife. I'd be chop my fucking fingers off. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
You can see firsthand my meal.
Devin, wow, the owner of Whacked, showed up on time. He was bright and early this time, man. It was awesome.
Nut butter? Yeah. Holy shit, how much nut butter you're taking?
That is a lot.
I feel like it does. It looks like more than it actually is. Maybe like 40 grams.
That looked like a lot.
Serious?
That's a little over one serving, because a serving of nut butter is 32 grams typically, or at least here in the States.
Oh shit! I'm sorry. I put 8 grams of peanut butter.
No. I was referencing it for the listeners to say what.
Yeah, usually.
Serving is.
Oh, you're scared of carbs. You're scared of carbs, but you are like loading up on fats.
That's a 25% bigger serving, Shane.
So the way, but my
there he is. There's my Russian.
I strategically have my carbs in the morning and after my workout, and then I don't have any fat at all around them, and then I have all my fat in the last 3 meals of the day. I don't know if it works, like if it makes any, but for me, since I train an hour and a half after my first meal,
yeah,
I don't know. I don't need the fats in the morning, so I just have all the carbs in the first half of the day, and then the fats in the second half. So I mean, it works for me.
That does work.
Gotcha.
And the fats make you fuller, so if I can jam more at the end of the day instead of being a fat bastard, apparently.
So you're basically closing the night with protein and fats only.
I do my last 2 or 3 meals of the day are protein and fats, and then the first 2 are protein and carbs.
Ava sounds like she's having a rough go of it.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if you could hear her.
It's not distracting and anything. I just noticed there was a moment of silence and I heard her.
Ava, they say you need to shut up.
That's what we were saying, dick.
Hey, dude, shut the fuck up.
Yeah. So what's up, Robbie?
Good.
How's everything in sunny New Jersey?
Very sunny. Just turned on boxing because today Usyk and AJ are fighting. So I'm waiting for that main event. Such a big fucking deal. I didn't know that so much.
Hey, Robbie, just so you know, you sound like shit.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a bit of
Get
echo.
your headphones. Get your headphones or something like that, because
Um,
I can't hear anything.
it's probably because of the TV. How's it now?
Still like shit.
It
You don't
sounds
have
like
the
the
water.
it sounds like the microphone's behind the computer.
Yeah, exactly.
How's
Wait,
it
are
now?
you? That's a little better.
Yeah.
Are you using your phone?
Yeah, no. It's my computer, but I
Now
know
it's better.
what the problem is. Okay, I see it now.
Was
Now
it
it's
pushed up
better.
against the wall?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
Hallelujah.
I'm doing well, guys. How about yourselves? We are doing fantastic. Chris, Robbie's not here. I'm out. Haha. But really, I can't stay. I'll catch the replay. Well, thanks for joining us anyway. And by the time you get to see this on replay, Robbie will be here, Chris. So all is well. Treat her. I actually weighed 1 serving of almond butter. It's sad.
Yeah, it adds up pretty quickly. I usually do 40, but because I'm not cutting, I don't really mind if it's like 42, 44, whatever.
Yeah.
But like I said, I don't have it fat to the first half of the day.
Devin. How's the weather in Texas? Hot. It's been hot for a very long time. Luckily, it rained for the first time in like 2.5 weeks yesterday. And the day before, we got a little bit of rain too. Actually, a lot of rain. So good. And we've got a fair amount of rain coming for us, hopefully this coming week, somewhere in like 50 to 60% chance most days this coming week. So hopefully we stop being so damn hot. But it's 95 degrees already today. And when we head out to our distillery of the day or of the weekend, it's going to be hot, but it should be cloudy, so it won't be as miserable, thankfully. How's LSU football going to do this year? I don't know. It's going to be interesting. We have a new head coach. Quarterback is still undecided. Yeah. So it can't be any worse than last season. That's the good thing.
You like this one, Lucas?
Satay sauce. That should be
Good one. Yeah, man.
I'm hopeful. I'm optimistic. You know, maybe 8-4, 9-3. I think we'll go. I don't think we'll be any worse than that. We probably won't win the conference. That's going to be Georgia or Bama, as has been typical the past couple of years. But you never know. Brian Kelly's a smart guy, a good coach, and he has really embraced Louisiana culture. So I'm hoping for good stuff. We'll see. We kick off in 2 weeks. Sunday night against Florida State. It's the Sunday of Labor Day weekend. Which reminds me, I'll let you three on the panel know. Labor Day weekend, I'm going to be out of town in St. Louis at one of Sandy's college roommates is getting married.
What date is that?
That is September 3rd.
Ah, fuck us.
So we will not have a show that weekend. I'll be out of town for that.
You can give us a code, and me and Shane's gonna run the show.
Yeah.
I might not be there for the one after. So if your friend could push the wedding off till the week later, that would be great.
I don't even really want to go to this wedding to begin with, so I lobbied for me to just stay home, and Sandy and the halfling could have gone. So we'll see. But unfortunately, that was all in vain. Yeah. Any chance of you receiving some of those new arms race bars from Doug to try? I can email him and ask. I need to email Doug and ask him. I'm still waiting on a shipment of the Lost and Found Energy stuff. The guys at Prometeus are supposed to be sending me some. So I'm waiting on those to arrive. Is that a P? Is that Muscle Farm?
This first form one.
First form. Okay. That P kind of looks like the old Muscle Farm logo did.
It's pretty good.
Yeah?
Like, just put it this way, I got it Monday.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, me and Nikki probably been through about 9 cans, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
So you know, it's more than one a day.
What Nikki says.
Nikki said Nikki likes it. She loves it. Yeah. But it's but I don't know, because I talked to a couple people before I got it, and they said that there was a bitter taste at the end, like a bit of a bite. And there's a lot of actives in this, so I thought that maybe, well, a lot of actives for an energy drink. So I thought that sounds about right. What, a gram of N-acetyl tyrosine, huperzine, neurofactor, caffeine, and black pepper.
Right.
Which is more than enough to put a drink over.
Yes.
Or at least not make it taste perfect. But I don't taste absolutely any aftertaste whatsoever. it's like, I don't know, maybe there's something wrong with me, but Nikki also agreed. So if there's something wrong with me, there's something wrong with her. So, but I don't know. I like all of them. The only one I dislike is the cherry lime, but I also don't like cherry, so it's probably just me
I
not
don't
liking
like,
cherry.
I don't like the combination at all.
Now, Sandy loves cherry limeade. She used to go to Sonic. It's a fast food joint here in the States, and she loves their cherry limeades. I'm not as nuts about them. They're okay.
I love the black cherry, but as far as like combination with the limeade,
It's an American thing, isn't
No.
it?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, like most of
American.
these weird flavor
It's
combinations.
hard. It's hard to get this kind of combo here in Europe, you know. Because, for example, this past week we received a big stock from Dr. Pepper, and we've got the limited edition of their drink, and it's black cherry. Bro, it's freaking outstanding. It's great, and it's selling like hotcakes. Just because it's limited edition and it has like a Spider-Man logo on it, that's why.
I'm not gonna lie, I dislike anything cherry.
Even like the sour cherry Warheads flavor that Ghost did for, because I like that. I like that original candy too. I thought the supplement tasted better than the candy did.
Well, the issue is that if you nail a cherry flavor as best as possible, I'm gonna dislike the shit out of it. So the only way I'm gonna like a cherry flavor is if it doesn't taste like cherry. So if it's a shitty cherry, but then if it's a shitty cherry, it'll taste gross anyway.
Right.
So, and I just don't like cherry.
Okay,
It's just
that's fair. Simon says, "Hey Robbie, how pumped are you for the fight? Did you see AJ's size and weight? Will that be an advantage or a disadvantage?"
He got his ass kicked in the first fight. I mean, I don't know. I'm. It's hard to tell. I mean, his punching power is very, very good. He's very strong. I'm a big AJ fan, actually. But I mean, when you have a Ukrainian fighting, I mean, it's kind of, especially considering everything that is going on right now. Of course, I'm rooting for Usyk to win again. So he's lighter, he's faster. But I hate predicting fights. Always hated predicting fights. So anything can happen. But size can be advantage, can be a huge disadvantage too.
You sound crisp now, gotta say. Hey, by the way, is that the guy that you're posted on your Facebook? The guy that was dressed?
Yeah.
This guy? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has a style, I gotta say.
He has a style. He's sings, he dances. I mean, he's definitely very entertaining. Everything goes great. I mean, I'm watching it over there. Right? He's just very, very entertaining. And I mean, I've never seen a heavyweight move like that. I mean, he's like, yeah, but he comes from, it's funny because he comes from a dancing background too. He used to dance, and you can tell like he definitely helps those guys, like the footwork and to how smooth they move.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely helps a lot. I remember everybody used to always make fun of male dancers, but it helps. So we'll see.
I would never make fun of Patrick Swayze, the ultimate male dancer.
Me neither.
Mitch, anyone try the new Ghost Oreo's birthday cake? Is that the tub of protein you were just holding up, Shane?
yeah. Hold on.
And so, how does it taste if you haven't had a chance to try it yet?
I had a serving last night, but see, has anyone had the original?
I have not. Never mind.
Yeah, so Robert might understand. So for, like, I feel like I thought this was something else. Like I thought this was gonna be like a vanilla cake batter birthday cake. So the powder looks identical to the Oreo, the original. But I think they've got edible glitter in there. So I think that I don't really like. I didn't taste. It tasted like the first one, although I had the first one a year ago. I think it's meant to be sort of like a rainbow, the glitter version of the original, because there are still Oreo cookie pieces in here. and it just felt like the original. Like I might have to try it again, but I think it's more of a
sweeter version of the original.
It's what?
Is it a sweeter version of
No,
No?
that's what I thought. Like, because usually if it's birthday cake, it's like a vanilla. It's
Yeah.
and I thought, but this powder's brown, so it reminds me a lot of the color of the. And when you shake it up, the color's the same. A lot of the original Oreo. So I'm not sure if this is meant to be like a different flavor entirely, because I didn't really feel like it was. Although I haven't had Oreo for a while, but it definitely doesn't have that sweetness or that cake batter type taste you would usually get in birthday cake. This is more of a I don't know. I'm not entirely sure if it's meant to be just the original with
let me ask you
rainbow.
this. If I gave you this to try, and I wouldn't, sometimes I like to fuck around with my members at the gym. Do I give them a flavor and then tell them what it is? And that's what they think. So if I didn't tell you if it was Oreo or birthday cake or whatever, just gave you to try, and I say, what do you think it is? What would you say? I know it's tough because you already know what it is, but if you didn't, just pretend.
I tell you what, if you gave this to me without knowing what it was, it'd be very confusing because like I said, there's edible glitter in it, so it's a lot of glitter, so you can see sprinkles in it. So right away you would think birthday because it's protein powder, and then you drink it and you see the Oreo pieces. So to be honest, my first guess would without knowing it, just purely based on like looking at the shake, is like it's some sort of birthday cookies. That would be my guess. But it doesn't have that. If I were to blind taste it, I would say it felt more like just cookies and cream. It didn't feel like birthday cake, but I'm not sure if that was the goal, because I'll actually have another scoop now. I'll throw the rest of my chicken out.
Is it similar to the original?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Like very close.
Yeah, like I didn't drink it and go, holy shit, this is birthday cake. I went, no, this is kind of, and it's got the Oreo pieces. So I mean, but I know that because Oreo did a birthday flavor of its cookie earlier this year for his birthday, and they put sprinkles throughout the cookie and the filling. But I don't know if that would change the taste drastically of the Oreo cookie itself, or it would just be like a visual thing. Don't know. I mean, it's like I said, I thought the original was yes. Is this it?
Yeah. Yeah.
No, wait, is this the 110th version? Yeah, it is.
I have no idea. It says birthday cake flavor.
Yeah, that looks like it.
No. I think you need to do a side-by-side comparison to buy a package of these and then drink the protein shake next to it.
I mean, the thing is it's. I always find it tricky. Like, it's they have. I always find it difficult because the format's different. Like, if Oreo made a shake, like they made an actual milkshake.
Yeah. And
I compared this to that, I feel like it would be similar, but because it's a dry, edible food, I find you're never going to be able to nail the experience. It's incredibly difficult. Mm-hmm. Like if you told me here's chicken breast, and then you made a shake that tasted like a chicken breast, there is no way in hell they would taste the same. It would taste like shit. But I just I feel that's the one I know. That's the 110th one, the confetti cake. I feel like in exchange of different formats, like you lose a lot. Like if you mixed Oreos, if you blended Oreos and put it into a milk and made like a thick shake, it wouldn't taste like Oreo because of the milk overpowers the shake, and then you need beverage to thicken up the consistency.
Yeah.
I feel like if you compare drink to drink, like if you got me a Coke Zero and then you got me green cola, like you got some similarities there. Like you're just relying on the taste, the color's the same and all that, so it can nail a lot of things you already know. But when you're changing formats, that's fucking hard to do. Like Jefe did the moon pie. I never tried it, but I don't imagine it tasting like a moon pie. I mean, it's an energy drink, a gaming drink in powder form. No, I might actually whip some because I had some the other day.
Yeah. 2 cookies, 140 calories. Same as your whey protein shake.
First ingredient, sugar.
There you go. But hey, it's vegan. That's the important thing. All right. Shane, when is the Raise energy drinks going for sale at Sam's? Because I pulled up the story on Stack 3D because I've yet to try the Raise energy drinks. I know they are popular and supposed to be very good tasting, hence them winning the Stack 3D Clash of the Cans. However, I have checked my local Sam's Club, and they are not available yet.
Well, don't live in the fucking woods. Go find a civilization, man.
Austin, Texas is hardly the woods.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe it's taking a while.
Are they released yet or not?
They were available when I was on there. That's how I got the price. Click out of that. Yeah, when I went on there, when we posted that was live.
Let me check a different location.
Open up an incognito window that doesn't have your location and see what happens.
Guys, maybe they are sold out. That's why.
Yeah.
Don't you think that they are like that popular and they could sell out super fast?
Possible, yeah.
I'm just saying. Especially if there's a deal. Especially if there's like a deal going on or something like that. So.
Yeah.
There you go. See?
What's that?
So it's
this
see how
right?
see how it's a bit brown?
Robert, can you pull it up? Hold on.
Oh, what up?
Here's a flat white to compare it to.
Oh snap! It's like
You see what
a
I mean?
water.
No, it's cookies and cream color. That's what I'm saying. Like I don't know if I should expect like a birthday cake flavor, or is it just the cookies and cream with sprinkles? Because you can see the sprinkles. You can see it on there, smeared on the side there. And you got cookie pieces.
On the label, what it says? It says it's a Oreo birthday cake or what?
Yeah, but then the Oreo one is called confetti cake, and that's just an Oreo with sprinkles in it. So I mean, I don't know.
They might have some extra vanilla added to it or something like a birthday cake traditionally would.
It doesn't. It doesn't have that. If it's meant to, it's very subtle. But at the same time, like, I think if Ghost were to make this like a full-on birthday cake, they wouldn't have made it that chocolatey color. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Could be wrong, but I'm just guessing it's meant to. To me, it feels like.
Well, like imagine you stick those actual Oreos in a blender with just some water. It's gonna have that same kind of color because you're gonna have the chocolate from the cookies that are crushed up in.
Yeah, but the powder itself is still brown. It's still that cookies and cream brown.
Well, yeah, that makes sense. They might just have extra additional vanilla in there. That's not gonna turn it white.
But if you've had the original for me was a very classic cookies and cream with like where the milk or the beverage tasted like a creamy, and then the cookies added that cookie punch, so it was kind of like a cookie and cream experience.
Right.
That's what this feels like.
Okay.
But it's colorful and edible glitter. So I meant to. I don't know if I poo this out or something. What happens? I don't know.
That'll
what
be
happens.
exciting to see.
Hell yeah! It would be like
rainbow.
It would be a party in the toilet. But yeah, I think it's. I don't think it's like a birthday cake like in the traditional sense of the sweet. I think it's meant to be cookies and cream with sprinkles.
Yeah.
I don't know what people are expecting when you have like, the flavor birthday cake. What they are expecting to get.
Vanilla and sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Isn't it meant to be like a sugary batter type thing?
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
exactly
Yeah.
what it is.
like a creamy,
Yeah.
like pastry flavor, those kind of things.
Not pastry.
Yeah, not pastry.
I'm missing the word here, but I think it because like when it comes to
marzipan.
yeah, of course.
Yeah,
German.
Yeah. That's probably closer to what it's kind of meant to, like not as sweet as marzipan, but kind of that natural kind of sweet, sugary with a bit of
Yeah,
batter.
well,
That would be my best comparison.
I get the direction because like marzipan is like it's super fucking sweet. So
Yeah, but no one in
Yeah.
America is going to be the fuck's marshmallow.
yeah, they don't know. They don't know what it was. It's like, oh, I know Pavlova. Do you know Pavlova?
Bro, that's New Zealand's one of New Zealand's signature desserts.
Yeah. So I would say Pavlova.
Yeah. If you know pavlova, then yeah,
That would be something. Yeah.
pavlova's exactly it, but obviously it doesn't have the different textures like pavlova.
Or there's also baklava. Do you know what's
Baklava. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I thought that was that Turkish or was it Czech?
Yeah.
Turkish. Yeah.
Turkish.
We went to Turkey and had that. Well, I didn't have it. Nikki did.
El Jefe Guerilla. Thoughts, please.
I do like this. But
you got it up on Wax 3D, Shane?
We do have it on Wax 3D.
Okay. All right, here we go.
I think I was slow to put it up because I think they announced it on Tuesday and I think I put it up Thursday.
All right. Just over a week, ASC Supplements is releasing another pre-workout.
Yeah, next week I think they said.
All right, we have 8,000 milligrams of L-citrulline malate 2,1, 4,000 milligrams of beta-alanine, 3,000 milligrams of arginine nitrate as NO3T, 3,000 milligrams of betaine anhydrous, 3,000 milligrams of taurine, 508 of vasodrive AP. Very solid start. For the energy and focus matrix, 3,000 milligrams of tyrosine, outstanding. 800 milligrams of alpha GPC, 50%, so 400 milligrams of active alpha GPC. 750 DMAE, solid dose on that. I'm not a huge DMAE fan or believer, but if you're going to dose it between 750 to 850. That is the solid range for it. 400 milligrams of theobromine, 300 milligrams of an extra, 300 of caffeine anhydrous, 150 of Infinergy, which is 75% caffeine. 100 milligrams of caffeine citrate, which is 50% caffeine, and 50 milligrams of astrogen to enhance bioavailability and uptake of all the other stuff, and to provide some gut health support as well. Stellar formula. No complaints. Not really any gripes with it whatsoever. I like it a lot. What do you think, guys?
I talked to actually Jake about it yesterday, I think, or something like that. And honestly, I mean, listen, it's a great formula, specifically on pump. I mean, you can't go wrong with it. I'm not a big citrulline malate for few reasons. Number one, because obviously I'm a huge fan of citrulline, straight citrulline. So I always find like this is a little bit misleading because obviously it's less citrulline, but on the other hand, at 8 grams, it's more than enough to provide, pump and results, especially in combination with vasodrive and arginine nitrate. Which just, not a big fan, especially citrulline malate tends to sometimes clump. So I'm very, very cautious about it. In fact, I saw it recently from my manufacturer. He manufactures for a very, very, very big brand. And I saw citrulline malate, and, the reports were that, it's pretty bad. Sometimes it comes pretty bad. But other than that, I mean, it's still 8 grams, so it's more than enough citrulline to provide what's needed. I'm also not a big fan of DMA, just in general. Definitely not my thing. It's good on energy. It's a great formula on energy. It's a great formula when it comes to pump. It will give you focus. I mean, can't really like pick on this. Maybe personal preferences. Mine would be when it comes to caffeine citrate and caffeine anhydrous. I tried it and I didn't see the huge difference when those two put together, because anhydrous also kicks in pretty quick. But again, I mean, this comes down to just personal preferences. But other than that, it's a solid formula. It's the guy behind the formula is a good friend of mine. It does look like, like his product, and I think it kind of corresponds with that. And ASC in general, they come up with good products, and Jake's very, very passionate, good guy, good friend of mine. I think it's very.
Lucas?
You know what? I really like the ASC products. I'm a fan of what they're like coming with. But honestly, I would like to see something different from them. Just because like El Jefe is it's there like another edition, and you know I like what they are doing, but just like for example Apollon or other brands, you can come up with a pre-workout that offers something different and like a different experience. And this is just, in my opinion, it's like a dick measuring contest. So he basically put whatever he wanted to put into this formula, and just to like see if it will stick. Because I tried the Hefe and it was a great experience. Don't get me wrong, and I'm not like ditching this dish formula at any point. But at the same time, you know, you're being repetitive, and I think that if you want to stay in this business, you need to be original. So, for example, coming up with like a half of this formula and like maybe focusing on few other like bits and pieces here and there instead of like trying kitchen sink approach. That is just my point of view, because I think that they already have and they already showed to the consumers that they can do a great pre-workouts. El Jefe was the first one. Then they released like the few limited editions of this pre-workout, and I think that they should come up with something different. But that's just me.
You
I
know
mean,
what?
this one's compliant compared to the other one. This one
You know,
doesn't have.
you know what? I'm going to say something because typically, I would disagree with Lucas on this one, but not this one. I actually see his point, even considering what he said right now is kind of, I mean, it contradicts a little bit with what I said, but you know what? I'm not going to disagree with Lucas on this one. I understand exactly what he's saying, and I mean, let's be honest. I actually heard a couple of people, and I actually addressed it with Jake, where I'm not going to name who they are and whatnot. That they said that there are similarities to some of the Apollon stuff that we did, and it lacks originality. So just to be fully transparent, I did hear it. So Lucas is not the first one to bring up that this lacks certain originality, and I can understand what Lucas is saying. To be honest with you, he's not entirely wrong. Well, he's not wrong at all, and he's free to express his opinion. And I think I do understand where he's coming from. Um, I think that El Jefe, I actually prefer El Jefe to this, believe it or not. And I'll explain why. Again, I haven't tried this product. I'm pretty sure the pumps on this are going to be sick. But there is a reason why I agree with Lucas, because El Jefe, even though part of it, especially the stem part, was actually a proprietary blend, which we usually talk shit about. But if you look at the numbers, the proprietary blend is actually pretty solid there. The experience is very, very solid. And even though that's also citrulline melee, if I'm not mistaken, that was 7 grams, if I'm not mistaken, I think.
Yeah, El Jefe has 7 grams of
It's
citrulline
7
melee.
grams. The experience was great. I really liked that pre-workout, but it had some kind of a, I don't know, it had a different feel, and it had a different look, and it kind of stood out. It wasn't like Dark Labs, it wasn't like Assassin, it wasn't like anything. It was like ASC. It was like very, very different, yet very, very good. So I see what Lucas is saying on this one. It's a great formula when you look at it. I would have done it slightly different. I'm pretty sure all of us would, certain things, but that comes to personal preference. But again, Lucas is not exactly wrong. I would like to see, like, I'm looking at this formula, and it's good, but nothing that makes me go, wow, this is different. Wow, this is something new. Wow, this is something unique. Because if you look at the test booster that ASC released, that's actually one product that I'm not a huge fan of. I'm not saying it's a bad product, so I don't want anyone to jump the gun and say that I said it's bad, because it's not bad. It's actually good. It just, again, I would have done it differently. Maybe I'm looking at it from that perspective. But on the other hand, it's a solid product that kind of stands out, and it shows some kind of, signature moves, I guess, or originality or something like that. It corresponds good with what ASC is. I understand that Jake wanted to do with the new one something where he would not have exotic stamps. So kind of like we did Hooligan and Assassin, he kind of did it here, where he has, El Jefe and this new version, which is, what is it called, Guerilla?
Yeah, and it's transparently dosed too. The other one has a prop blend in it.
Yeah, this one does. So it's completely different. I do understand. Jake also operates his Nutra cartel, so he sells a lot direct. He has his own line. So I see what he did. But again, as much as I like the formula, I have to agree with Lukasz on this one, even though Jake is a good friend of mine and I like the formula. I mean, I'm pretty sure Lukasz also likes the formula. It's not like he said it's a bad formula. It just, I think, Lukasz, what you mean is it lacks originality, right?
Yeah, I do like it, and I also think it's stuck to the brim. But at the same time, you already have this, this, as you said, this good combination of ingredients plus this mystery box where customer doesn't know what he's getting, right? Because he's getting like proprietary blends, so he doesn't know how much of each ingredient he's getting. And it was this ASC thing, and now I'm not saying that it's better they're like coming with right now fully transparent products, because we all do love those kind of things when brand is like fully transparent and is providing full information for the consumer. But like I said, at the same time, I would like to see something completely different. If they have a chance and they have a power to do that, plus they are like already they're gaining more exposure nowadays, and ASC is known in US. I would come up with a maybe re-edition of another like a pre-workout, call it like, I don't know, not a Jefe, but something different, and focus on a few other bits and pieces like I mentioned, and go with that flow, just like for example, many other brands did, instead of like making only one pre-workout and doing like re-edition after re-edition, doing hundreds of like limited edition types of one of their only one of their products. I would like try to expand their line by adding maybe 2 or 3 pre-workouts and like providing completely different experience for the consumer.
I guess I'm struggling to understand the difference between. So if you're saying you don't like that they're doing another pre-workout, but Robbie and Apollon have 5 or 6 different pre-workouts. I'm struggling to see how are you noting a difference between the two, because they have a exotic stem one here, they have a non-exotic stem one here. They've got nitrates and vasodrive in this one. They don't have nitrates and vasodrive in this one. I'm trying to see where's
to be honest, I'll answer this one because I feel like it make like I kind of understand what they're saying in the sense that, like, how do I explain this? If you got a product that was just stems and just hit energy, and then you had a pre-workout that was just nootropics, you would have 2 very different experiences, right? It was like, and none of the ingredients crossed over. Yeah, in this situation, he's got a pre-workout that's trying to go for the all-around approach in El Jefe, and then he's got this one, which also tries to go for the similar all-around approach. And he's got a few things in here and there, but it's not like a completely different experience. Like,
Bingo.
I think like Lionheart is primarily energy performance, Assassin's more stims, and you can probably take the 2 and have very different experiences. They are like, I guess I'm just trying to say that, like, if you had 2 pre-workouts that were for different purposes, these just have a little more overlap, which I think isn't like like it's not like I guess that what he was trying to do here was that, which, so I mean, in all honesty, it's no one's arguing that he hasn't put together what he tried to put together. He tried to put together something that covered more pumps a little better and took away from the stems a bit, and that's what he achieved, and he definitely has done that. I think the discussion that Lukasz was trying to say was just that maybe stretch a little bit further, maybe just do something that's only stems, maybe not do something that has some
Yeah.
overlap.
I agree. I couldn't agree.
I get
Yeah.
it, but I
Yeah.
think it's not really arguing with the effectiveness of this. I think they're saying that it,
100%.
No, no, no.
yeah,
Lucas,
it's
when
just
when Lucas said, about like another pre-workout and stuff like that, I was like immediately what Robert said. I was like, fuck, that could be directed at me too, because we've done, also the same thing. But then again, what Shane said that, Assassin and Hooligan and Lionheart completely different experiences. There are different experiences, and I'm not against having, 2 or 3 pre-workouts and, I guess the cat is out of the bag. I mean, we're going to have at least 2 or 3 pre-workouts this year that are going to be slightly different, but there are going to be similarities. But they're going to be either limited edition or they're going to be collaborations with somebody or something like that. So it's still different. But the thing is, it's like Shane fucking nailed it in his explanation. You can get like take an Unbound for example, right? The pre-workout has no pumps. It has no pumps, but it has
yeah.
very good stems. I mean, and it has very very fucking good focus ingredients. Not everybody wants pumps. That you can target that audience. That's fine too. But even here, while I do understand that, we have 2 pumping products, right? We have Bloodsport and we have Bloody Hell. But the ingredients are slightly different, but they also, one is in a pill form and the other one is in a powder form. So they offer kind of different approach and different, I guess, convenience of preference. Over here, if you look at it, even though this is strong on pumps because it has citrulline, it has vasodrive, and it has
Nitrates.
nitrate. So it's a very good combination. So will it give you good pumps? 100%. I don't even need fucking to try it to tell you that it's going to give good pumps. But if you're going to go to El Jefe has 7 grams of citrulline malate, which I doubt you're going to feel the difference between the two. But on top of it, it also has nitrosamine, I believe, which is also going to enhance your pumps. So while one is going to give you maybe slightly better pumps than the other one, they both big on pumps. So the main difference is has no exotic prints, and this one has its fully transparent formula. But the idea, I think, if you take this without knowing the ingredients, kind of like we talked about the Oreo experience with Shane, if you're gonna give both pre-workouts on the different days, you will get energy, you will get focus, and you will get pumps on both of them. There's going to be literally, you won't be able to tell the difference. You won't be able to tell the difference. Maybe slight. One is going to be more powerful than the other one, but the overall idea is going to be completely different.
To be honest, I feel like that was his. I feel like that's his goal, though. He wanted like an alternative to the original. Hence, why he still named it El Jefe. He hasn't changed it to something completely different. So I don't think we're knocking what he's done. I think he's done exactly what he wanted to achieve, and it looks damn good on paper. And I think he's sending me something to try. I'm excited to try it. Yeah. I think what you guys are saying is just that, like, diversify. Like your example of Unbound. Unbound has something for energy focus, has something for pumps. This would be a good entry in their lineup because they don't have something that covers all of it without kind of having the two. So I guess, well, I mean, I still think on paper it looks like a beast. But,
yeah, but you remember, guys, when we were talking about Unbound, we were like talking about building their line and so on. And me and Shane were agreed on that when you stack the Unbound products, you got this beast type of a pre-workout because you can stack their pre-workout with the pump formula and you just like blow your heads off straight away. And when I'm like looking at the ASC product, yeah, it's super cool that they're like coming out with another like reiteration of their El Jefe. But at the same time, I'm looking at the bigger picture here. I would like to see, their expansion of their line. So, for example, if I have a Jefe, maybe they should come up with a product that I could stack with El Jefe or something like that. That would be something interesting, something like that. Or doing as Shane said, like
Like a different experience.
pre-workout. Yeah, with different experience, exactly.
Yeah, because the thing
Yeah.
is, look at it. If you
Straight
look
to
at
the spot.
Unbound, right? Like you said, Unbound has a couple of different products, right? They have a pump product, they have an energy product, they have different experiences, like you said. So they can target people that have different needs, and they target people that have different desires. Like, we know that, like, for example, Lukasz is big on, on stems, and he can handle them well, and he likes that experience. But I know Shane prefers like something a little bit more performance, like Lionheart and stuff like that. So the thing is with this product,
Soft. You can say soft.
soft bitch. But with this one, I feel like this one actually, if we're subdividing right now, this one is, both products are actually more like Lukasz products, so to speak. Like, if they target the same market, they slightly different, but they target the same market. Like, I think that they kind of like parallel to each other. There are there are differences, of course, but it's not like offers different experience like Assassin and Hooligan. Well, Unbound and maybe not just Unbound, but Unbound and Ultra Bio-Free. They different, and they target different experiences completely. So I think when Lukasz says that he would like to offer something completely different, something that would expand the line, I think that's exactly what he means, because this seems like an El Jefe type of customer product.
Yeah.
Maybe,
I mean,
I don't know.
I think that's what he was trying to make, though. I don't think he was trying to make anything that was drastically different. I think he wanted to make something that was similar.
Then he
Yeah.
100% succeeded.
Yeah,
I mean,
and I think because he called it El Jefe as well. I don't think he was.
right. I mean, I look at this as the same. Like the stim experience, the energy and focus experience, I think is going to be pretty different, because this one you've got Aurea Gerensis, you've got DMHA, hygenamine, synephrine, and alpha-yohimbine. This one is just caffeine, so I'm like, there's going to be a marked difference. Like, it's just like when you're taking Hooligan versus Assassin. They're both loaded pre-workouts, but the aggressive stims and Assassin make it a clear difference between the two.
I see it. I see what you're saying there. I think the only difference for me between Hooligan and Assassin is that, like, in Assassin, you take away from the pump and performance side. So, like, whereas here, he hasn't really taken away from the pump and performance. He's kind of just, you balanced it out a bit differently. And I see what you mean. The energy and focus might be different, but you've still got two products that deliver that same well-rounded kind of thing.
The focus are going to be almost the same.
But I also feel he might be making this maybe for international, because this is also now
My question to you all is, if you're taking Hooligan and then you are taking Assassin, are you getting the exact same experience?
No. It's for different days. If I want to lift like a dick, I'm going to take Assassin. If I want to like lift where I want some like a more well-rounded experience, I'm going to hit heavier weights. I want to get a good pump as well. Then I'm going Hooligan, which exactly. I think that's the point here, is that these I wouldn't.
That's the point. Yeah,
I wouldn't. I would have them for the same workout, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my main point here, Robert, because I fully understand also your point, because you're like comparing ingredients by ingredients. But at the same time, if you will just like take a look at both facts panels, you will notice that they both will provide you this really similar experience.
Yeah, the only difference is going to be probably euphoria.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I think compared to each other, they're good.
You can tell they're just going to give two different energy and focus experiences because of the buttload of stems that's more in El Jefe than the other one. Like, you're going to feel a difference with alpha-yohimbine, whether it's in a product or not. So I think that's going to give a different enough feeling right there, let alone the Aurea Gerensis and DMHA that's in there. So I think there's a big enough. See, I would make this comparison. This is like, I think there's a big enough difference between the two to where it's not like a rinse and repeat. I think there's a bigger difference.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be like drastically identical. Like, I'm just saying, I think I get their point of, like, maybe if you were, because like you said, it was high stim. Maybe bring the caffeine down to 200. Maybe take less stims out. So it's
Yeah,
literally
Robert, what you're saying
like,
is that the feel of the exotic stems, of course, going to be present, and you're right. The feel is
yeah,
it's going to feel different. But what Lukasz and Shane are saying, and they're right, is you will get pumped on both. You will get focus,
yeah,
and you're going to get energy on both too. So from that perspective, if you use something like Unbound, I mean, you have two pre-workouts, but they
you get,
drastically different experiences, completely different experiences. Same goes like, and one of them has stims, the other one doesn't have stims, so it does target different markets as well. With this, you're going to get identical hits. It's just the overall feeling is going to be different. It's the same thing as like I'm not I'm not an alcohol drinker, but I think drinking vodka and drinking wine, they both provide you with alcohol, just slightly different probably experiences and different feels. But at the end results, like you're going to be still fucking drunk.
I guess so. I don't know if I just agree with the way that y'all are describing it. I don't see the difference between Hooligan Assassin and then El Jefe and then El Jefe Guerilla. It seems like they're very similar in they have a slight difference between them, and there's two different stim profiles, but they're still very comprehensive pre-workouts. I look at it as,
I don't think they're saying that it's like there's not going to be a difference, and I'm not saying there's not going to be a difference either. I think there will be a difference. It's just that I think their point is they would have liked to see something more diverse, like a little more obviously different. Maybe have no pump ingredients in this, and then you've got something that's very
Yes.
specific,
Yeah.
and then you're like, okay, so this is
Yes.
just.
Yeah.
They're not saying that it's like not going to be. Like, they're not saying that it's going to be identical, like, you take this, you're not going to know the difference. Like you said, the stims are going to hit harder, and that was the point. I think no one's arguing that he's tried to make a less exotic formula, and that's a little mellow on stims. But I think that considering this is his second stimulant pre-workout, they would have maybe wanted to see something more diverse. Maybe no pump, no performance, just light stim. Maybe only pump and stim, and just something that could separate it so that you customers might buy two and be like, I want to do a pump day. Well, this might be better fit for that.
You can
I
have
just wanted to,
you can have pump, or no pump. You can have crazy energy, 100 milligram of caffeine, and then you can have 200 milligram of caffeine.
there's tons of ways you could go.
Yeah,
I think the point isn't that, like,
Yeah,
because like I said, I think he's designed this to be what we obviously know it is. But I just think you guys are pointing out that you wanted to see something more diverse,
Yeah.
like a Assassin versus Hooligan. Assassin versus Lionheart. I can see what Robert's saying. Like, Assassin and Hooligan are somewhat similar in this situation to this, but I think you guys just wanted to see more of an Assassin versus Lionheart difference rather than
yeah.
a closer thing. And I get that. But like I said, I feel like he was trying to make this what we both agree that it is. Or I just think we would have you preferring something that you would maybe end up buying both for two separate workouts rather than buying one, because you might feel they would be both beneficial in similar scenarios. But so I think Robert's right. We're not trying to say that it's
No.
is gonna feel the same. I think we're just saying, like, it would have been cooler or better if they were more separate, like their use cases, or like maybe one. Not that this is a good example to do, but you have a female pre-workout and a pre-workout with D-aspartic acid. Like, I'm not saying this is a good example. I'm just saying, like, these are two drastically different things for drastically different people. That's not the case here. These are kind of similar kind of things.
At the end of the day, to sum all up, have a Guerilla is definitely worth it. So
It's
if anyone that asked this question wanted to hear our opinion, is it worth it to buy it? Definitely yes.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I'll tell you what. I'll buy this over the one that we discussed last week or 2 weeks ago. I'll buy this one in a heartbeat.
I said in the post I prefer this one over El Jefe. I like a soft. I'm a softie.
No, I meant the other pre-workout that everybody was talking about, the one that we lightly criticized.
that Killer Beef garbage pile.
Yeah,
We weren't talking about Killer Bee, were we? No, we weren't.
Robert completely lost it.
Is that what Robix? That's not what Robix referring to, is it?
There were a couple of things I've gotten pissed off about over the past couple of weeks.
No,
Oh, okay.
the one that fucking has 1,000 of VESA drive.
Oh, you're talking about the dethroner thing?
Oh,
yeah,
the dethroner. Someone hit me up about that.
I'm highly skeptical of that. I'm just
I
going
was
to leave it
interested.
at that.
I was
Please,
gonna.
not again.
I was interested in buying it. Might.
Yeah, I'm highly skeptical. I would love to third-party test that product.
Okay. Regardless of third-party testing, right? If it was in front of you, right? If it was in front of you, and you had a good workout coming up tomorrow, would you throw it down? Would you take a sip?
No, I don't trust the brand. They haven't been around long enough for me to try anything and trust it, which is the same reason I'm kind of skeptical of Doucette's and Derek's lines because of the.
Okay, I tried Derek's pump thing. That thing's a fucking beast.
Yeah.
That's no joke. His pump is good. I had tried Doucette's pre, and I've said this a lot of times. This is one of those things where you need to try it. Like, you could have two identical formulas.
Yeah.
And I still fully stand by this. You could get a formula that has the exact same kind of stuff, maybe interchange, or this has citrulline malate, this has pure citrulline, this has, but you would think that they would deliver similar. You take them, and they are not. Like, it'll be drastically different, and that's kind of what I felt with Greg Doucette's one. Not that it was bad, but I have had a similar type of formula to that in the past, and in the synergy or the different effects just didn't click as well as I had expected.
Well,
it was good.
That's what I'm saying. These influencer brands, they are way too new to the market and untested, unproven, and Lord knows their manufacturing practices.
I'm going to give it, you know what? Based on your anger, I'm interested. Maybe I'll buy this Ego Vision.
Please do, and then we can get a GoFundMe to third-party testing.
Yeah, you know,
everything in there that's clean.
When I saw the label first, I was like, oh, okay, it's pretty cool. But I was like the first glance, and then when I started like reading it, and I immediately thought of Lukasz, how he says kitchen sink, because that's exactly what it looked like. I mean, some of the dosages were just either ridiculously unnecessarily high, some of them actually pretty low. Some of the
a gram of acetone.
Yes, some of the ingredients were good, and some of the ingredients, let's face it, were crap. And it was the definition of kitchen sink. Definition. Like, I'm not against, obviously, clearly, I'm not against like the fully stacked and fucking, a lot of ingredients products that I've got it. But when it comes to this was a kitchen sink. It was like, let me put everything, and the dosages were all over the place, and I was like, oh, you know what? And then I found out exactly where it's manufactured, and I'm not going to comment on that. But I still kind of like kept quiet until Robert, and because I felt like something was off. Besides the fact that it was a kitchen sink, and besides the fact that I wasn't a fan of how it was put together, but I decided to kind of like, I could still something really sit well with me until Robert pointed out to certain things that kind of deserve attention, and I think that not many people did. And let's just say, I've never seen Robert that angry, but I totally understood where he's coming from, and I actually agree with him fully.
Does he have a coupon code?
He's called the supplement engineer.
Mitch,
Try
how much
to
does
find
dethroner cost to manufacture? I don't know. Depends on if they're putting all of the active ingredients that they list on their profile. If it should cost that much, I would love for Robbie to send that profile to his manufacturer and get a quote, or I'll send it to Joey at Glaxon and get him to quote that for me, just so we have a ballpark idea.
The only reason I would...
the ballpark of that...
Shane, how much it costs on their site?
What's that?
$72.
$72. Let's do it like this. Let's all chip in, and let's dethrone this shit on the Arnold Classic.
What do you mean? And I'm trying to buy a tub now. I mean, I don't think that me and Lukasz are talking about something different. These guys are talking about testing it. The only reason I feel like I might trust this or believe it more, because it's not like, I don't know if obviously you have seen the formula, but it's not like it's exotic stims. Like the caffeine's at 250. So if you were to feel this, it's not like it's going to light you up on energy or focus. This is a very strange thing because if you buy this, the benefits are not going to be felt. Like they're going to be more seen, like in pumps and performance. Like
Yeah,
the
but
only stim he's got is caffeine
this is a
and
typical.
theobromine.
Well, you see, some of the ingredients are very, very good. I'm not saying some of them are very good. Some of them are questionable, and some of them are crap. But when,
The gram of acid drive is very surprising.
yeah, this is purely done purely kitchen sink and window dressing. I mean, like literally to get attention. And then they got attention. I mean, they got attention.
It's weird though because even if it performed as good as you would think, it's not gonna like. Typically, you would load it with stims, right? Because that would get you more attention. Because like cracked out pre-workouts get more attention online. But if you buy this and you got a cracked out feeling, something's fucked up because it's literally only like caffeine and theobromine. Like there's no other. I mean, you got a few other things in there, but like majority of the benefits to this is like it's all pump and performance. So I mean,
You know,
I want to buy it. What
Very,
sounds like?
very few people, very few brands make a good pre-workout. That's a fact. Very few brands that actually put a very good, um,
Fuck.
formula. But this one is purely, in my opinion, this is purely to get attention. And they got attention. We were talking about it for, second time. People, I'm pretty sure, from what I understand, he has a big social media. He's an influencer. So all his people will buy it for sure. $72 plus discount code of about 10, 15, 20%.
Couldn't find a discount code. Do you have one?
I'm pretty sure there is one. I mean, I'm not a.
You know what?
Looking right now. I'm
I'll
looking
try
right
final.
now.
I'll try final scoop. No, it didn't work.
Yeah, so it's all attention based. Today, how are you going to get attention to the pre-workout? Either loaded with crazy stamps with absolutely no brain behind it, or you're going to do some collaboration with somebody, or you're going to do a kitchen thing that's going to make very, very little sense.
In my experience, the kitchen sink never. I've never seen
Try
it.
the code. Try the
I've never
code. Try the code. EKKO.
Like the zero or letter O.
Oh, letter O. Eco.
You,
EKKO.
you didn't save me shit. Didn't do anything.
Try price plot. I'm not kidding.
You know, I'll give it a try.
On
No, it
to
didn't
a
work either.
topic that is much more valuable to our listeners. Giant Killer Shaun Clarida signs with Mutant as he prepares to take back his title. I know.
Hold on, Lukasz. Do you want to try this at the Arnold?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna buy it.
I told you I'm gonna chip in, so buy it.
No, it's just
Look,
it's
look
40,
at it. Use it as a
four-
formula.
$40 for
What?
shipping. God damn it. Sorry. Continue, Robert.
No, I said Lucas wants to use it as a sleeping formula.
Bro.
Yeah, 350 caffeine, 250.
There's no exotics in this shit. There's only like
Yeah, I'm
There's
just very
stupid
curious as to what this
But-
tastes like. Anyway,
but I'm gonna definitely take a sample with me. Maybe try to see what's up there. But it's a whole nother story. But yeah, giant killer Shaun Clarida with Mutant. And I called it, just so you know.
What do we
I
think of
Robert-
the signing? Does
Robert's
this fit
mad.
with Mutant? Does this fit with with Shaun? How long do we think this is going to last? Because people sign with brands and they last 6 to 12 months.
If you want to hear my thoughts on it, I would say that it was probably well thought thing, because Shaun was like a free agent for quite some time, and I also think that he was like searching for a best fit for not only for himself but also for his family, because right now he's expecting baby girl with his partner. So that's also something to take into consideration. And I also think that he's taking like long term, and he wanted to go with the brand that is long, yeah, on the market, Plus, from what I've heard, Sean had like a very good relationship with Mutant before he even signed with them. So yeah, that's probably why he decided to go with this route. But it's exciting, to see him in this crew, and we shall see how's everything's gonna turn out. But yeah, I saw one picture that was like I was laughing my balls off because he was standing close to Jamie Johal, the giant. Did you saw that picture?
Yeah, that was funny.
So yeah, so Jamie
Yeah,
the giant is like, I don't know, it's
like typically shit like that I don't like, but that was pretty funny.
yeah, that was funny, right? So Jamie the giant is probably, I don't know, close to 7 foot, something like that. He's like a tall mother effer, but yeah, and Sean is like what, 5.2, something like that. So he's super small. So comparing them both is like it's crazy, but yeah. But we all know Sean work ethic, and we know what kind of a person he is. So we shall see if he's gonna be a great ambassador for the brand and so on.
So, does anybody dispute the fact that probably Mutant is the leading bodybuilder brand right now with the amount of talent they have brought under the fold? Anybody that kind of
literally
matches their lineup?
I don't think so. I actually messaged them when they told me that, like whatever morning it was. I was like, dude, this is because they have Miss Olympia.
Yeah.
They have
Ron and
what's his
Dusty
name?
from the It's Just Bodybuilding podcast.
Yeah, and they got Jamie
Sean
the Giant, Sean Ray.
Okay, you see from Mitch, try the code OnlyFans.
Well, kind of wish I already knew that. I fucking just already made my order.
Yeah, that you could have saved a lot of money.
I could have saved probably 10%. I doubt that he's going to be giving out a fat discount code on that.
No, hell no.
You know,
We only give the fat discount to our listeners.
Just
so
to
you
hurt
know.
my feelings, I'll see how much it would have got me.
50%.
Seriously?
No, I'm kidding.
10%. It's not bad.
Write the consumer service a message. I forgot.
Oh my god.
I forgot to input my discount code.
You think that's the
Danny
real?
Trejo.
Oh no,
I'm
he
finding
spells his name
doctor.
with an E.
Are you doctor? No, I'm not a doctor. I just pretend to be one on Twitch.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mitch. You're a bit slow, but that's okay. I'll let you know how it goes.
Yeah, Sean, I mean, that's great that he's signed. I mean, I know he was waiting for a sponsorship for quite some time. And, I mean, I don't know that much about Mutant. I mean, I know that they're doing very well, I believe, in Europe. I mean, I see them here also. They're doing pretty good. From what I understand, the owner is a nice guy. Also, what I heard, I mean, I don't know. And, this is about Sean, and good for him. Hopefully this is for a long haul.
We shall see. I know Ron and Dusty have been with him for all. Dusty's back onto the fold. He took a brief stint with Condemned Labs and came back to Mutant.
Is Sean Ray still with Mutant?
Yes.
Okay. Speaking of sponsored athletes, Shane and I had a conversation yesterday. I'm not going to go into detail about athletes and stuff like that, specifically names, but I wanted your perspective on a few things since we bring a conversation about athletes. So it's a probably two question in one, so to speak. Question number one: how do you feel in this day and age about sponsored athletes? I mean bodybuilders specifically, of course, versus influencers and all that? Should the brand invest in it? I know it's not a one-line answer, but still, I would like your opinion because you guys been in the industry for a very long time. My question number two would be old school versus the new generation, meaning, getting somebody like Flex Wheeler. I know he has his own line, so don't quote me on this. This is just an example. But getting somebody like Flex Wheeler, Sean Ray, Chris Cormier, those legends of the sport from the 80s, 90s, 2000s versus the young kids that you have today, up and coming bodybuilders and stuff like that. Do you think there is still value in the old timers? I mean, I understand that you're probably gonna think that I'm talking about Branch Warren, but not necessarily. I'm just a question. So two questions. Question number one: can brands benefit from signing a bodybuilder, any bodybuilder? Is there still benefit like it used to be? And question number two: old versus new.
Go ahead, Lukasz.
Me first?
Yep.
All right. So I will answer the first one. In regards to if a brand should or shouldn't like sign a bodybuilder, it depends, and it depends what type of a brand you are. If you are like brand that is like, let's say,
let's say Mutant and Apollon, because I'm here in Mutant because we just talked about it.
I will give you like a better example. Let's say the Ghost. Ghost doesn't need any like bodybuilder, and especially they if they would like sign someone like, I don't know, let's say who won recently shows.
The guy from Texas, what's his name?
Andrew Jacked.
Yeah.
I say. So the Ghost wouldn't benefit at all in this aspect. They would like what they would do with him. So they're like type of a brand that goes with completely different route of marketing wise, right? But when you have like a company such as like a Mutant or like even even yours, let's say, some names can fit nicely to the brand, and some names can be beneficial for the brand. So I wouldn't say 100% yes and 100% no. It all comes down to a brand and what type of a route they're like going for. If it's more like a hardcore, or if it's more like, I don't know, lifestyle, then you should reconsider every other option. And as far as like old school and new school, that's a tough one because I don't want to ruff any feathers. Plus, I also don't like to be disrespectful for the old guys, but at the same time, I think that
no disrespect, just your opinion from a marketing perspective.
We recently saw a nice contract between Gym Supplements and Milos Sarcev, and I think that this collaboration can work. And it's very interesting, especially Milos has been.
Wait! Sorry to interrupt, but was he signed as a former icon legend of bodybuilding, or was he signed as a coach, popular coach?
I think he signed with them for his own line, because I know that he's coming up with his own products under Gym Supplements, brand. But I don't know if he's gonna be treated as like a coach, or like a formulator or something like that, or it's gonna be just like a collaboration type of thing, But it just shows that you can like go with different route and you make it work, So the Milos and the Gym Supplements, I like the idea, and I'm looking forward to what they're like, what they would come out with. But in regards to like old school and new school, nowadays I see like more interest in these, this type of influencers type of a thing. Sometimes you go to the expo and you see a huge fucking line to a guy that I don't even like. I don't recognize who the guy is, and he's like, I don't know, 5 million followers on OnlyFans or something like that, and that just like baffles me a lot. So it's hard to say, man. We live in this confusion world, and so I sometimes I don't understand, the whole meaning of it.
Shane?
I think it's just worth. I mean, I don't really think it's something you can sort of say like old versus new, or like, oh, we should start forgetting about the young guys and start forgetting about the old guys. I think everybody is still an influencer. Like Milos is old, but he's an influencer. Sean Ray is older generation, but he's an influencer. Yeah, they're all bloody influencers. It's just a different label. I just think it's what you want for your brand, right? Like, you want a female line, and I don't know, Brian Schwarren, Johnny Jackson, and Jay Cutler are your athletes. It's probably not going to go down that well. Maybe you should drop them and get a chick. Like, is you want something to liken to your audience, and that's just what it is. If you want to get to a younger audience, get a younger guy. Not that that's guaranteed to work. Like, you get a young guy and he could suck. You get an old guy and nobody likes him. You get an old guy and young people like him. It's obviously you go for what's going to work for your brand. And it may not necessarily be like getting a younger person to get a younger audience. Or if this younger guy has a younger audience, you bring him on to reach them. You may very well just like him because he lifts heavy and that suits your brand. You may get a guy that's got 4 arms and, he might not be popular at all, but he's got 4 fucking arms and that fits your brand. Like, every brand does it to either reach that audience or have some sort of, presence in that space, like Monster and UFC. Monster energy drink doesn't really specifically target fighters, but you put it in the center of a ring, and everyone that watches it and fighters are going to be like, holy shit, Monster's badass. Or you get Rockstar, they teamed up with Halo on Xbox. I don't drink Rockstar, but I bought that fucking can when I saw Master Chief on it because I love Halo. It's what you want you to achieve from it, basically. And I don't think that matters about age. I think it's whatever you want to achieve. You want to hit a hardcore bodybuilding audience, get Branch. You want to hit a younger audience and a broad audience, get Chris Bumstead. It's going to cost you some money. You want to, reach the Star Wars people, sign Darth Vader. It's like each brand has their own sort of thing, and you just need to figure out the direction of your brand and then find someone in that space who can best suit you. And it may not even work. You could try and reach a younger audience and they might not like your shit. And drop them and figure something else out. It's just, I think it's all dependent on the brand and what they want. And like, I think Mutant is a very bodybuilding brand, so it makes sense that they bring on bodybuilders. And I like how they haven't brought on, like back in the day you had Muscle Tech, which had just a drastically bodybuilding heavy lineup. Mutant has gone about it a different way. It's got Jamie, it's got Sean Ray, who's a retired bodybuilder. It's got Shaun Clarida, who's not an open bodybuilder. They've got Miss Olympia. So they've gone for a big, broad range of bodybuilders, not just open men. They've gone for a large group, which I think is really cool to see, just being a little more diverse. That's obviously what they're trying to achieve, support all areas of bodybuilding. And like I said, that's what they're trying to achieve. That's the audience they want to reach. And they're achieving that by hitting all these people. And like you said about Ghost, if Ghost signed Jay Cutler, it would be weird. But if they went and signed that gaming group because, well, my guess is because they want to get more into gaming or they want to show their presence more in gaming, it makes sense. And if they signed a chick for beauty who was maybe a beauty blogger, that would make sense because they got beauty supplement, so they want to reach that audience. So I think it's just about what you want to achieve and finding someone that fits that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Robert, what do you got to
you?
say?
I'm the wrong person for this question.
Oh, come on, bro.
Well, it doesn't appeal to me. It doesn't work for me. None of it. It's completely. It's a
Yeah,
non-starter, non-factor in my opinion. Because
yeah, but
the fact,
provide your
Robbie,
opinion.
that is my opinion. This stuff doesn't have any appeal to me. Michael Jordan could sign with Ghost tomorrow. They could sign with G Fuel. He could sign with whoever, Legion
Okay.
Athletics, and it wouldn't entice me to buy their supplements. None of like this influencer athlete marketing, like somebody that is among the greatest athletes to ever walk planet Earth. It doesn't matter who he's going to sign. I don't.
Okay.
I've never bought a shoe, a supplement, or anything because an athlete was the one using it, and for God's sake, definitely not an influencer. And you need, in my opinion, you need somebody that's got staying power and that's going to be loyal to the brand. Just because Johnny Go Goochlicker is got 8 million followers on Instagram, and he starts using G Fuel, that is not enough to entice me to go use G Fuel because I like to watch him stream video games all fucking day. None of that matters to me. The second I see somebody go sign up with a brand, I think big whoop, that's nice. It doesn't even entice me to go look at their formulas. It's gonna be if I see a brand like you brought up the monster logo on the UFC thing, Shane.
Yeah.
That catches my entity more than a single person signing with a brand. So, like I saw the Ninja Turtle sticker with the Ghost collab. I thought, all right, that's cool because I love Ninja Turtles personally. So I will go, and that will cause me to click on it. But if there's a story on Stack that says, I Sylvester Stallone signs with Mutant, I'll think that's cool, but I'm not enticed to buy Mutant anymore. I love Sylvester Stallone. Rocky, Rambo are some of my favorite movies ever. I love The Expendables. I like him way more than Schwarzenegger. Even when I was a kid, I liked Stallone's movies more than Schwarzenegger's. Even though Predator and Terminator 2 are another two of my top favorite movies. If there was a Top Gun themed pre-workout that came out, I would check it out because it's a Top Gun theme, not because Tom Cruise's face is on the tub.
Yeah, see, I feel like I understand what you're saying. I feel like it's just subject matter, though. Like, the Turtles thing didn't entice me.
Yeah.
Like, for me, Master Chief from Halo. But I guess the Turtles are influencers in some extent. They're just not physical. So I guess in this situation, it would be like if Transformers or Turtles or the Care Bears or something. Like, I get that. Because for me, if I saw someone like, I don't know, Michael Phelps, he would be like, that would be my Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
I guess. From your perspective, I can see why if you see like athletes, they probably don't mean dick to you. But I think there are obviously people that would be like, Ninja Turtles ain't shit. What's wrong with you? Right. So I guess it's dependent on the person here. But I see what you're saying. It's just you've never really idolized like an athlete to an extent that you have like enjoyed the Turtles and stuff like that. I get that.
Yeah, or just I appreciate athletes. So like Chuck Norris or something like. I have looked up to them for inspiration and stuff like that, but just because somebody has used something has never been something for me to be excited enough about something to go and purchase it because I saw an athlete using
when
it.
we're talking about like these days, especially maybe kids, and you see Mickey Mouse or something like that endorsing some candy or shit like that, then kids might go to the parents like, I want.
Yeah.
We get. So I totally understand that market. When it comes to adults buying pre-workouts or energy drinks or whatnot, I do understand what Robert is saying because, I'm a fan of different athletes. I'm a fan of different actors and whatnot. I very much doubt I very much doubt that I'm going to buy something just because somebody I admire or I'm a fan of, they're using it. I mean, I just don't think that I'm going to be buying it either. I'll look at it. I think that it's mostly probably for brand awareness, for product awareness, and probably like to get people to see it because of, certain athlete has a certain amount of followers or whatnot. I don't think it's going to translate to sales. I know that, and again, just being honest, we have Branch Warren. Branch Warren has probably 600,000 or 700,000 or 800,000 followers, something like that on Instagram, which is a massive amount, more than any one of us. But when it comes to sales, like specifically sales and influence of sales, believe it or not, it's like when we post something with even me or Carolina, or we post something with Luke Elsman, who's never been on stage. He's a kid who has a heavy presence on TikTok, so he has that younger generation. The sales are definitely spiked way more than Branch Warren. I wouldn't probably say that directly sales because of Branch Warren. He's probably not even in the top 5 or top 10. Obviously, he's probably the only one who's getting paid as a sponsored athlete. But I think that, you can get content, you can get people to see your brand through him and stuff like that, but not necessarily translate into sales, because I think that we live in a different world right now where people are a little bit, when you give them the same, or maybe 20, 30 years ago, if Branch Warren or Michael Jordan or somebody said, you know what, I'm using this product and everybody's buying it. I don't think that's the case. I believe sales of Pepsi were going through the roof when Michael Jackson was, promoting Pepsi. He was signed with Pepsi. That was what, 30 years ago or something like that. And remember, sales of Pepsi fucking skyrocketed. But that's not the case anymore. I just don't feel like, you can probably get people's attention. I don't think it's not as well anymore. So I think it's of a lesser importance, unless your brand has millions and billions to burn and kind of use it and
Yeah.
maybe extra returns and shit like that. You know, but other than that, I think we live in a different world, and even in supplements, Ghost is operating just fine without anyone. Blackstone is doing fine, I believe, without anyone. It's not necessary. I don't think that we live in that. But Mutant probably going to benefit somewhat, although I very much doubt that somebody who's a fan of bodybuilding is going to go and buy a product just because Sean Ray is on it. I don't think that that's the case necessarily. So I think that we're going to see a huge transition. On the other hand, if you look at those review channels, right? So review channels a lot of review channels are getting a bit of a kickback, right? Like a percentage because they reviewed something and they say you can get this product by using this coupon code, and clearly they're getting kickbacks, maybe 5 or 10% or something like that. I don't think that review channels are making as much money as they used to either, to be honest with you. Because, and I'm not naming anyone right now, but if you look at specific, and this is not about Fresh Water Fitness Informant at all, this is about specifically review channels. They review pre-workouts. Most pre-workouts are about the same. You feel them, you don't feel them, and that's it. They review channels. If you notice that the review channels very, very rarely, especially lately, will talk shit about any product. Why? Because the company sent them the product and they say, well, you're getting 10% or 15%, when people are using your code. And they review the product and they get kickback, obviously. So all of a sudden, when I used to watch review channels a couple of years ago, they would, criticize some of the pre-workouts. You're going to have very, very hard time finding any review channel really criticizing the product these days. Very, very rare. Some of the products are like, you can tell that they're absolutely garbage, but they still find a way to say something nice about it. As a result, I believe the credibility is also down substantially because people are not stupid. They don't fall for the same trick twice. I mean, some do, but in most cases they don't. So I think that there is always a way for brands to find, different way of how they market their products because people are not going to fall for it. You can't love every pre-workout. You can't love every fat burner. It just doesn't work that way. And how many products do you think that customer will buy? Do you think every time you review a product once a week or twice a week or 3 times a week, do you think people will buy? No, it comes down to enough. I think the trend is definitely changing.
Uncut Brody. Is it okay to ingest my post-workout protein through the anus? It's liquid. Check with your doctor first.
I did. Did you see this? Was this an episode on South Park where they ate through the anus and shit out the mouth?
Can't say
Was
I've
it-
seen that. I haven't
was
watched an
it-
episode of South Park in probably 20 years.
I'm pretty sure it was the South Park. Interesting. Anyway, I mean, I don't even know if it's possible to shove something up there.
Well, I mean, you can do a suppository. You can give medicine up the pooper.
Yeah, but like you couldn't feed it because your body wouldn't.
I mean, it'll absorb.
Would
Like people
you?
do, you can do drugs through it and things like that, or you can do a coffee enema. Like some people
Really?
do cocaine and heroin there, and it absorbs through the GI tissue and stuff like that. I don't think it's enough.
When
to
you
ingest
drink
entire
something,
protein
do you
or
have to like? Do you have to lie up? Like, do you have to like with for gravity?
We need a GI doc or
Because you
drug
can't
addict to let us
just you
know.
can't suck through your ass, can you? I mean, I've never
I
tried, but
personally can't. Maybe you can. I can't. So
I'll stick some paper to my butt later tonight, and I'll see if I can
there you go.
see if I can hold it there.
Yeah, please do. Give us a full report in the morning. Shane.
I'll get Nikki to help me. She's
There you
she's
go.
a trooper.
He's gonna test the new Ghost Oreo, that right?
Oh, Nikki actually had it. Nikki had it before, and she agrees with me. She thinks it's a cookies and cream with rainbow sprinkles. Well, not rainbow sprinkles, sorry, glitter. So I think it's more of a cookies and cream with just like sprinkles to kind of give it like a celebration feel of the 110th birthday.
Maybe they just didn't want to be too far away from the original flavor.
Well, they said that it was in celebration of Oreo's birthday, so it kind of makes sense.
This is a limited edition.
As far as I know, this is because they said it's in celebration of Oreo turning 110, which they did in March. Was it March, April? I can't remember. But yeah,
110 years.
110 years ago, they sold the first in New Jersey, I believe, if my memory serves me correctly. I was reading about it. Sold the Oreos to a grocery store in New Jersey. It's interesting.
And thus started the obesity epidemic in America.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Oreo was the reason that you guys are all fat. Okay, don't go blaming Oreo.
There you go. Unready. This guy knows how to ramble. He's still going. This has to be the world record.
Who was Uncut Brody?
I don't know. First time commenter. If you have something more productive to add, we would love to entertain your comments, Brody.
He is uncut.
Yes.
Oh wait, I understand what he's saying now.
Yeah.
Like uncensored.
Yeah. Last call for any other comments, questions, queries, or quips from the peanut gallery before we put a bow in the package and send it out the door.
Oh, by the way, before we close out, Shane, any guesses as far as barbells?
Got to be peanut, right? The peanut something.
When
I
saw
know that they're Swedish, and Swedish people can sometimes do some weird flavors. Bear Bells doesn't seem to stick. They like to kind of be mainstream. So I don't know. I went looking. I tried to find.
Honestly, when I saw the packaging, the first thing that I thought was peach.
No.
I don't know why, but something tells me it's gonna be fruity flavor. It's not gonna be like straight up peanut butter. I think it's gonna be more like a fruity stuff. Something to celebrate the summer.
I mean, you could see peach cobbler, but like the words, like you could fit, but
Peaches and cream, those kind of things.
well, no, because
Like
it's clear. It's two words. It's two
white
words.
chocolate.
You can see the words there. It's two, and the second word is longer than the first. And it seems like the word ends in an L and starts with maybe a C, which is hence why I thought caramel, peanut caramel. That's all I had. But then they also have Choco Caramel, which is the second flavor of the soft protein bar. I don't know. I don't think they would do anything too outrageous because they didn't say it's limited. I don't know. I don't see them. If you remember, they didn't do a fruity flavor for the regular bar for a very, very, very long time.
Yeah.
And they've only done a couple. They've only done lemon and strawberry, and the strawberries haven't stuck around that long. My guess is like a peanut caramel. I don't know. They could do some weird shit. Their first one was marshmallow with the crispy thing, so.
Exactly.
But that was meant to be Rocky Roads. I don't know. I went looking because sometimes you can find some stuff, but
Yeah, me too.
they don't tell me shit.
I searched through the web. and I also asked few people, but they don't know shit as well.
I just, yeah. See, I'm reluctant to say caramel because they have caramel. I don't know.
These are just fucking amazing. These
The
bars.
cool thing is that they do different. Like the build is just different. Each of them is aren't like if you took a bite out of each and didn't know, you would think they're different bars completely. So they change the structure depending on the flavor. So this one could be something else entirely. I don't know. We'll see. But
White chocolate raspberry, maybe? No.
nah. Look, it's 2 words. It's 2 words. Very clearly 2
I'm just
words.
saying right here, yeah, 2 words.
Yeah. So that's where the flavor's going to sit. Then you got the macros underneath, and that blue part at the top says soft protein bar. So the yellow is where the word is, and I looks like 2 words to me.
Yeah.
But they could come up with something fucking ridiculous. It could be like, I don't know, lemon rainbow.
Shane, this company, I mean, we thought it was called Barbells. Do you think it was intended to be barbells and it was misspelled, or do you think they wanted?
No, because I saw a video one year that celebrated their birthday, and they said it in English. They said bear bells.
Okay.
I don't know if bear bells is Swedish for barbells, but I remember hearing them in the video saying bear bells.
Okay.
I think it's meant to.
I always thought it was barbells, and then
I always said barbells until I saw that video, and it was in English, and I was like, "The fuck." They said bear bells. I was like, they pronounced it wrong. I was like, no. I think it's meant to be sort of like bear, as in like skinny, like as in low calorie type thing. So like a skinny version of barbell.
because it's a very, very interesting name, and like I said, I thought it was misspelled, and they kind of let it go. That would be a story.
I remember trying to find the video.
Does anyone come across the halva protein flavor? Halva protein flavor.
Is this a Polish thing?
No, actually, Turkish.
Halva is also Turkish.
Yeah, very popular in Israel. Very popular. Well, very popular actually in former Soviet Union countries. In Eastern Europe, I would imagine that in Poland it's popular too.
Well, not as popular as it is in Turkey because they got like a shitload of flavors. I remember when I was
I was in Miami about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and we went to an Israeli restaurant, and they had halva with vanilla ice cream and caramel like a dessert. And it was one of the best things I have ever had in my entire life. It was just insane.
But it's just like a pure sugar, man.
Yeah, that's pure sugar. That's it. But you know what? I tried different types of halwa. I mean, there's different brands, I guess, or whatnot. Some of them I actually disliked a lot. The texture and the taste, I didn't like it at all. Yeah, Greece, not Turkey. Greece, that's right.
Turkey as well, because Turkey makes a bit different. Yeah, that's a big.
You know, with what? With baklava.
Well, yeah, but you know the Turkish halva, it has more nuts into it.
Yeah.
The Greece has more softer texture.
Yeah, Greece, Turkey, Israel. It just look that they come like different ones. Some of them are absolutely delicious. Some of them, I'm not a big fan of the texture. It kind of like dry texture, like almost like eating sand. But
yeah.
But if you get the good one, oof, it's really good.
Okay, there we go.
Maybe
All
if you got more brands out of Turkey and Greece, you might get one. I don't know. I don't know too many in Turkey. I think I know one.
You can always buy halva, grab a scoop of whey protein, mix this bitch up, and you get yourself a halva protein shake. There you go.
Shrito. Robbie, do you think Apollon is on track to win Snacked Brand of the Year again?
You know what? I was expecting that question for quite some time now, and I've been getting it more and more recently. You know what? I'll answer it this way. Do I think there is a possibility? I mean, like, I haven't even talked to Shane or whatever, and I'm not going. But I think there is because we're releasing even more stuff this year than last year. I think that some of the surprises that are coming are just going to be fucking mind blowing. And we've been consistent again since January. The focus from day one this year was not to win it. Uh, I think we deserve to win. I think we deserve to be nominated. But the focus is actually just to make the brand better and better and better. And I'm actually, you know what? I took Shane's advice in 2020, not advice, but I actually took to heart what he said, and I said it numerous times when he said that Apollon can win, a small brand can win, anyone can win, it's doable, and that's when I went balls to the wall to win it. Then Shane said something to me at the end of last year. He said that a lot of brands that win it, they kind of relax and they calm down and they give up. And I said, oh, no, it's not going to happen. Now you made me even more fired up to be better than in 21. So that's exactly what I'm doing. It's not just because Shane said it, it's just because it's kind of like a personal thing right now to make sure that the brand does. And I can tell you, again, I told Shane yesterday, the brand is already doing way, way, way better on all aspects than in 21. Will we win? I don't know. I want the brand to be better overall. I think if we do win, nobody's going to be surprised because I do wholeheartedly believe that we deserve it. If we don't win, then it's not a decision. It's not up to me. I just want to make sure that the Apollon is better. And we had a meeting actually 2 days ago where specifically said it was Carolina, myself, and Jose. And we have another meeting I think on Tuesday with Dan. And I said something. I said one thing I don't want is I don't want to slow down because I think that that's a death sentence for any brand, and I think that's when things go wrong. Because if you achieve your goal for a specific year, like say for example you set a goal for 2022, but you achieve it in the middle of the year and you say, oh, okay, I'm good, mission accomplished. That is the moment where the things kind of go south because you're not going to try as hard. So, I'm focusing right now on making sure that the phone is better than in 21. If that corresponds with deserving and winning another title, fuck yeah. I mean, I'll take it and I'll be more than proud. But I want at the end of the day to feel that 2022 was better than 2021. And I'm already thinking about 2023 to be better than 2022. So I'm focusing on making the better opponent. And as for the title, to me, only Stacks matters. I do respect the fact that we won the first Review Brothers. Probably they're not as prestigious, at least not as yet. I don't know if we ever will be. But it meant a lot because, again, it was earned. So, yeah, do I think we will win? I don't know. Do I think will anyone have a problem if we do? Probably not, because I'm going to make sure that we're going to make sure that the team that we deliver on all accounts. So we'll see.
All right. There we go, gents. Thank you, one and all, for tuning in. If you like what we're doing here, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share the video with family, friends, and loved ones. If you listen to this on Apple iTunes or any other podcast perusing platform like Spotify, Stitcher, so on and so forth, and you like it, feel free to leave us a positive review, preferably 5 stars. If not, then just make sure it's a higher rating than at least the Whack 3D podcast. Except for today, you can give Shane an equal rating today because he showed up.
Yeah, well, fuck, I showed up.
Today.
I mean, not showed up. I showed up early.
You showed up early. He brought it today.
Hey, we talk about energy drinks a lot. I just changed my mind about one flavor that I didn't like that much. I actually like it now. Still don't love it, but I actually like it. And that's Ghost Swedish Fish.
I thought you were going to say Zoa.
Oh, fuck no. Come on, don't push it. But when I tried Swedish Fish, I was not impressed. I tried it again last week, and I thought it was actually pretty good.
I don't know if I've had that one.
What's that?
I don't know if I've had that one.
It's not, Robert, I think you had it, right?
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah,
I've enjoyed it.
This one is still by far.
My favorite candy of all time is Twizzlers.
Oh, okay.
I could pound a family bag of that motherfucker in like a minute.
Yeah.
I bought a bag for Ava to try, and before we got home, I ate it all. It was not good. And then I think I got another one, and then I gave it, and she didn't like it, so I was like, fuck it, I'll eat it all myself.
There you go.
Ridiculously good.
So
And I know, it's okay, Lucas.
like it when you were a kid, but you still like it even now as an adult. The same.
I never fucking had it when I was a kid. We didn't have Twizzlers. I just like it. It's good. I remember I was looking for licorice one time in the US, and I couldn't find it because we just in New Zealand it's unbranded. You'll just have like a licorice. There's no brand to it.
Right.
And like a lot of our candy around there, you can get unbranded. And yeah, Twizzlers was what I could find, and I ate Twizzler. I was like, holy shit, this is good. And it just bags later. You can say it, Lucas. It's okay. It's okay. I'm a fat bastard. I'm fine with that.
Yes, you are.
It's good, man.
Hello, young man.
Fat skinny bitch.
Yeah. No, fat, soft bitch. You can soft. You
Fat,
can get the
soft
soft. It's important.
Yeah.
All right.
Sridhar, Ian, before we close the final bell, as usual,
Yeah.
do not forget to subscribe to the stacked notifications and podcast, everyone.
Yeah.
I
And
think
visit the site every day.
Shane probably has like fucking 2 million subscribers now.
What?
Advertising on a weekly basis, you probably start swimming in money now.
That would mean that 2 million people watch this. I don't think 2 million people watch this. I could be wrong, Robert. This might be doing really well. I don't know.
We're not close to 2 million yet. Not
Oh, we're like gotta be like 1.9, right?
I mean, we're edging up to it. We're climbing slow. We're climbing slow. Making our way there.
That's what 110 episodes,
There you go.
bro. After like 1,000, maybe we will hit that million.
I don't know about that. That's a lot. What, 2 million? But we aim high.
Yeah.
We aim high.
Go big or go home.
Always.
Next episode, we talk about sex, and following episode,
Yeah, we need to bring some spicy topics. I had a topic that I talked about with Nikki earlier this week, and I can't for the life of me remember what the fuck it was. I can't remember what the question was. I knew it was something stupid. She thought it was stupid, but I thought it was genius. And then
Drinking your pre-workout through your anus? I mean, that's pretty dumb. So
I didn't even think that's. I swear, because that was also the South Park also did the episode where they ate Tom Brady's shit to get his microbiome or whatever it was to like.
yeah, fecal transplant. Yeah.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. I didn't. And then you told me that was a real thing.
It is.
America, man.
It's some stupid stuff, man. There's
It's
some
only America, bro.
stupid things. Stupid people here.
They don't eat poo in Poland. You don't exchange poos to get better gut health.
Yes, they do, especially for the kids that have the Down syndrome. Yeah, and
It's a real thing.
it's been shown. It's been shown with the
Jesus
Down,
Christ.
with the children with the Down syndrome.
Yeah, I'm not saying but old people. Like,
Well,
you.
I don't know. I don't know about the old people.
Do you know anyone that's eaten poo to, reset their microbiome, whatever the fuck they do for it?
No, it's not that you are like eating poo. It's that you are that you're changing your microbiome. So
Yeah,
they're
I know.
incorporating different microbes into your gut.
But do you know anyone who's done it?
No.
Yeah, see, to me, it's just a beyond weird. I understand the benefits from it, but look, if you told me, hey, Shane, I'll give you 10 pounds of muscle, but you got to take a shot of jizz to the face, I'm not going to do it. I don't give a shit how much muscle I'm going to get. I'm just not going to do it. If my microbiome gets reset, but I have to ingest poo through my mouth, I'm not going to fucking do that. It's just a weird thing for me. Again, when I saw it on South Park, it was treated as such as like a comedic thing. That's why I thought it was so weird.
Yeah.
But then, like I said, Robert told me that it was actual real.
Now it's a real thing.
I think it's always been a real thing, or is it just kind of started?
I mean, I'm sure it's happened every now and then, but only recently, probably with the biohackers and all these other dipshits unearthing it as some like holy grail of longevity that more people are trying to do it, or idiots like Tom Brady are doing stuff like that.
Can you flavor it?
If you want to experiment with it, man, go.
No, I'm just saying, like, or does it have to be? Would like adding some salt and pepper, like, would that ruin the procedure?
I have no
Hot
idea.
sauce,
Yeah, just can you put a bit of like satay on
hot
there?
sauce.
Throw it on the
Yeah.
barbecue pit and get some
Powder.
smoke on it.
Or does it? No. See, barbecue would make sense because you're gonna hurt all the little bugs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Add some
so
yogurt
do-
to it. Get some more probiotics in there too.
No, but wouldn't that taint it? Don't you want the natural? Is it so? Does like is it meant to be like remnants from your gut comes out your ass, like your shit? Is that kind of the process or the thought process?
I'm
'Cause
pretty.
I just don't understand.
I
just
don't.
'cause-
I've not delved into this extensively enough to know for certain the
Okay.
exact process.
I'm not going to do it. I was just curious.
Test that out on Ava first, and we'll see.
What? Eat it? No.
Yeah.
She's as bad as me. She hates vegetables too. She does it all the time.
Drop some ranch on it. You'll be fine.
Yeah, ranch. Ranch would is a delicious sauce, but I don't think anything's going to sweeten up shit.
Yeah.
And it's not going to hide the smell. I don't know if you've smelled shit before, but pretty bad.
Once or twice.
Not 7, it wasn't 4.
Once or twice. All right. On that note, thank you one and all, and we will catch you all next time on the final scoop.
Peace out.
Hashtag